Hey everybody, good morning. Happy weekend. Welcome back to my channel. This is Diamonds Crafts and Crochet. So we're gonna do another whip and chat. I figured this canvas, what is it, 58 by 93? It's certainly big enough to get maybe 2 or 3 whip and chats in. We already did one in the beginning. I've gotten some distance. I've gotten some work done, as you can see. Got her hair and some of her eyes done. Now we're moving to the next row. I completed this row last night, late last night. So now we are on the 3rd row on the canvas. So I had a whole square here and a half of another, and I just peeled them back, and I'm doing working on this one big area. It's essentially color blocking. All this is one color. This is all confetti, her hand with her bracelets. But then in here, it's confettied, but it's only 2 colors, which will be an easy finish. So let me mark off again my canvas. If you don't understand what I'm doing, even though I am working in a 4x4 square, because these release papers are 4x4 squares, when I lift them up, I make little subsections, and that's how I work the square. I just don't work with the entire square off. I don't do that because I do keep my tray on the area. I try to keep my tray as close as possible to the area I am working. So, we're still using this pen. I absolutely love this pen and this multi-placer. It's a 3D printed multi-placer from Dynamic. I don't know if it's Dynamic Diamonds. I don't remember. But they're on Etsy. If you're really curious, ask me, and I'll give you the name of the shop in the comments. Also, this pen was from Etsy, if you missed that haul. I love it. This has been the most comfortable pen I have ever used. I really don't even want to go back to using my acrylic resin ones, because I get comfort out of this pen. And this is a clay pen. I love this. And I decided to switch up my putty for the next couple rows. I was using this one, which I told you about, over the rainbow. Love this putty. Nothing's wrong with it, but I just wanted to switch it up. So I am using putty from Randa's Crafty Corner. This is the Spiced Caramel Pear Scented Putty. It's a little 2-ounce block. You can see I've already digged in there. Her putties are very, very thick. They're not really flat, which I don't like. I wish they were rolled a little bit flatter, but I've already loaded up my pen, and I am ready to go. You see I already got a little bit of a head start, and then I decided, you know what, I might as well make a whip and chat. You know, Julio went to his friend's house. Grandma's not home. She's at the hospital with Grandpa. My stepson is sleeping over today, so let me get a video in before my stepson comes in over with his noisy tablet and his noisy toys. It's pure insanity. So let's just get to it, my friends. So have to say, for a square canvas, because you guys know how I feel on squares. They are not my favorite, but I am happy to report so far working on this square canvas. This is a Diamond Art Club, but so far working on this square canvas, I've been really, really enjoying it. I am enjoying this more than the Camilla de Erico one with the colorful fox that I did. That one was a little daunting for me. It was my first time doing squares again, and I want to say I didn't know what to expect, and I was a little inexperienced still. I didn't have too much time under my belt with squares, so yeah. But this is going really great. I know you probably can see, I mean, I have my light pad on. You can see gapping. I can care less about gapping. That doesn't bother me. No, I'm not going to fill it in with mica powder. I'm not going to do all that. Because you know what? When I turn off the light pad, you can't even notice the gapping. It looks great. So I am nowhere concerned with straightening out the drills to make them perfect so there's no gapping. I'm not going to do all that. But yeah, I am working on letter N, number 17 on the schematic. It's a pink. The whole background is pink. and I absolutely love it. I am loving that this entire background is color blocked. It's been an absolute joy. I mean, some people really don't like color blocking. I can understand. I mean, some people love confetti. Listen, you can't understand how I love color blocking so much, and I can't understand why you like confetti. I will never understand that. That to me is just pure insanity. Oh, I missed one. So a couple of you liked my last whip in chat, and that's cool. I'm glad somebody likes my ranting and raving and my all my gibberish that I talk. Just talking out of my ass sometimes. I don't care. I mean, that's how it is. Just to update you guys on Grandpa, they don't think he has much time left. His blood pressure has dropped down to 60/30. I don't know what, I mean, I know that's bad, but I don't know what that means because I don't know anything about blood pressure. But I just know his blood pressure is continually dropping and dropping and dropping. They took him off. It was a rough like 2 days. I think my grandmother's just not handling it hard. Of course, it's her husband, you know. But she had taken him off. You know, I told you guys he was on hospice. She thought he was getting better, and he was starting to struggle to breathe. Well, yeah, he's struggling to breathe. He's dying. And she wanted them to medically help him. She got very upset, so she took him off of hospice for about a day, half a day. Now he's back on the hospice. Thank God, because, you know, nobody should have to go out in pain or suffering. A lot of my family members went the other day and sat with him. So that was that. I think she really wants me to go to the hospital, but I'm really not comfortable with that situation. I've kind of been through enough with this situation, and I've just had about all I can have, or have all that I can deal with. I mean, if she calls me, she really want me to come, then I guess I'll go, but I'm just really not comfortable being in that situation. You know, I mean, one of her other grandchildren, she asked to come, and he said he wasn't comfortable with that situation, so he got out of it. But yeah, so he's on the morphine and the Ativan, and he's sleeping. So when his time comes, it comes. But I want to thank everybody for being there for me and being super supportive in this situation. I don't know why I'm talking so low. I usually shout. Thank you for being there for me and my family. All your well wishes, all your prayers. Thank you, you guys. Such a wonderful group of people. And it means the world to me. It really does. But yeah, it's just time. It's time. It'll be better off in the long run. But my grandfather's gonna have a very nice funeral. From what my grandmother was telling me, he was a Marine. He was in the Korean War, so the Marines are gonna be there to do the flag and all that for him. And he was also a Freemason, so the Masons are gonna be there for him. So it's going to be a very interesting funeral. He is going to be put into a mausoleum. My grandmother and him have plots there. And yeah, it's just a very, very beautiful cemetery. It's in Tom's River. It's down the shore. It's about an hour from us, where we are in New Jersey. So, what else to say, you guys? I think that's enough for the sad stuff. But I just like keeping you guys updated. I know you guys like staying updated on what's going on, and yeah. So that's the update on that. The little shit is coming over today. My little stepson. I could swear, you guys, I tell my grandmother this all the time. He does stuff to antagonize me. Even at 5 years old. Yes, I think he does that. I can't stand when, like, Julio's in the room with me, or Julio and the baby are in the room with me, and I'm trying to watch, diamond paint and watch my TV shows and watch my YouTube. I multitask. I diamond paint. I watch my fellow creators' YouTube channels. I catch up on YouTube. And I also watch my TV series at the same time. Yes, I do all that multitasking. And so while I'm watching everything, my oh so wonderful stepson is watching his tablet, which is whatever. Oh, excuse me. He keeps him busy, and he insists that he can't hear the tablet, so he wants to crank the volume up all the way. Oh, drives me nuts. And he wants to have the volume up so it's louder than the TV. It drives me crazy. And I yell at Julio and I yell at him. I said, it's too loud. I'm like, you're doing too much. Just turn it down. So I think we've discussed in possibly looking into getting him like a set of headphones, because I can't deal. Especially at night, because my stepson and I, even though he's 5, he's up late with me. Julio's a little punk bitch. He goes to bed at like between the hours of 8 and 9:30. He's a little old geezer. I don't understand it. But his son, who is 5, will stay up until almost midnight with me. He just doesn't want to go to bed. I don't know how his mother gets him to go to bed at home, but, Julio doesn't push the matter. He just lets him stay up with me. And eventually, before I go to bed, around 1 or 2 or 3, I'm up very late, when I have days off on the weekend. He eventually goes to bed by 11, 12 o'clock. And he puts himself to bed. But he just kills me with that tablet. I can hear that tablet over everything that I am playing. It drives me crazy. So So my grandma says, oh, why don't you get him a pair of, you know, Bluetooth headphones and just have him wear the headphones. I mean, and then, you know, I don't want to say he can play it as loud as he wants because you shouldn't be playing headphones that loud, but at least that takes away from me having to hear what he's watching. And let me tell you, for a 5-year-old, he watches some strange things. They're kids stuff on YouTube. He's on the kids channel on YouTube. But he just, I don't know. I don't think it's my stepson. It's some of the people that he watches, like they make these little soap operas for kids. You know, since I can hear what is going on. Oh God, what are they talking about the last time? Gangs. They were talking about giving birth, babies, mommies and babies, decorating the house, you know, whole interior design. I'm like, what in the hell is he watching? It's crazy. And I don't want to bother him because, you know why? It's keeping him entertained. And I know it's a kid's show, so it's not bad. I've peeked over just to double check. I've checked the screen. Make sure nothing inappropriate's going on. But it's just crazy. Okay, see, now I'm overlapping. What are we doing here? So I've figured out a little bit of a method, you guys. Yes, I'm still fixing things, but I figured out a little bit of a method. For some strange reason, when I work from right to left, I have an easier time multi-placing and squares. It's very weird. If I work left to right, they always end up really discombobulated and off center, off keel. It's very, very, very weird. And for some reason, I can work at a really good speed when I'm going from right to left. Just noticing these little things. So it's got to be trial and error with squares. Okay, so yeah, does this go here? Yeah. Yay, we finished the section. I love rubbing my hand against it because I don't want to say it's a smooth surface, if you know, it's got texture, but you know, it just feels different than circles. Okay, another little subsection. You know, I notice when I do the little subsections, you know, I work faster and I finish the square a little bit faster. So, sorry you guys, had to stop the video. Had to run to the bathroom and heat up my coffee. Let's turn this on. Okay, so back to the subsection. My coffee. Okay, so before I decided to make a whipping chat today, I was diamond painting and watching Diamond Painting Anonymous, Daphne. I love her channel. She does a lot of whipping chats. I love watching her chit chat. She's got a good channel. I was just watching her new video. Well, I mean, it's 8 days. She made it 8 days ago, but it's still new. A new video. I think it was called 10 Things. Let me just look. It's on my computer screen. 10 Tips for Working on Large diamond painting tips. So it's cool. I really don't need that many tips to work on a large. I think I have it covered, but I still appreciate hearing somebody else's outlook and opinion on it. So, so guess what, you guys? One of my I think she's a subscriber. She reached out to me. Her name is Melanie. Hi, Melanie, if you watching this. Yeah, she gave me a tip, and she sent me a video on working with a better way to work with ABs. Because, you know, I was telling you guys I'm struggling with the Diamond Art Club ABs. Yes, it's very, very interesting. Unfortunately, the video is in another language, but I mean, they showed step by step pretty much what to do. It was pretty self-explanatory. So, you know, she gave me the idea. She goes, you know, if you try it out and you like the method, then maybe you should make a video, you know, in English to show everybody else. So I think I may do that. I'm gonna try it out. I'm not near any ABs right now. I'm only on the background. There's no ABs in the background. There's a lot of ABs in her hair and stuff like that. But also, I haven't really been struggling with ABs on this canvas. So when I come across the canvas that I have a lot of ABs on that I am writing the struggle bus with, I'm going to try that method. Basically, the person in the video took a little square of a paper towel, wet the paper towel really good, put it, laid it in a tray, and then she would, you know, she had putty. She would dab her pen in the wet, you know, do a dab on the wet paper towel, and then pick up the AB, and they wouldn't pull her putty out, or it wouldn't stick. It was very interesting, very, very interesting. I would have never thought of anything like that. So I'm gonna definitely have to try that, because plenty of my Diamond Art Clubs and even my Dreamer designs have ABs, and some of them are like color blocking ABs. So if anything to make my life a little bit easier working with them, so I'm not so miserable working with them. You know, I want to be able to work with the canvas. So this is so all this that I got done, this is about 3 days worth of diamond painting on this canvas. So I've been working on it for 3 days. I was telling T from T's World of Adult Coloring, I'm setting a time limit. You guys know me. I set deadlines and time limits on my canvases. So I'm setting a maximum of 2 weeks for this canvas. Julio is putting a bet in that I'm going to finish it in a week. I don't think I'm going to finish it in a week, because we're already 3 days in, and I'm only on row 3. Granted, I probably can I'm off of work today, so I could, if I put my booty into gear, I could probably get a significant amount of work done. But yeah, I'm setting it for 2 weeks max. Because there's just so many other, well, you know, I gotta finish Julio's Joker. You know, gotta do that. And I've been steering clear of it, because it's just nothing but confetti. It's a nightmare. And, you know, I also have the black woman that I was working on from Temu. I never really showed you progress on her. She has, I have the majority, because remember her face wasn't necessarily busted. She had a beautiful face. The drill field was busted, if you can remember. Very blurry and very teeny tiny lettering. Easy to mistake and stuff for other symbols and letters. We have a color. We have a straggler. Maybe at the end of this movie, I'll show you what that canvas looks like. The black woman. Since I've never showed you progress on her, and I don't know when I'm going to work on her next, at least I could show you how far I got with her and how her face looks, because I know we were all worried about skin color and the drill field and stuff like that. But I have to say she looks pretty damn good. I'm very surprised. She looks really great. So there are other Temu's putting a lot of black women up, diamond paintings up, but I haven't really bought a lot of them, even though they're really, really gorgeous, because if I remember correctly, a lot of them were from the same seller I got the one that I'm having problems with. I mean, if you print one like that, you're printing all of them like that, no? I could just imagine. So why would I want another 3 canvases with the same type of drill field? Just saying. That's just... The first one is a nightmare. I wouldn't want to do this another couple times. I really want to go through this. So... So thank you for your opinions with the Cracker Barrel and Golden Corral, my friends. I read the comments to Julio. We had a laugh. You guys were funny. Pretty much everybody's opinion was an overall Cracker Barrel is the best. And Golden Corral is ass. Everybody says don't go to Golden Corral. I really probably wasn't planning on going to Golden Corral for the simple fact that it's a buffet. And I don't do buffets after getting food poisoning from a buffet. So I don't do buffets anymore. But yes, we definitely want to go to Cracker Barrel this summer. I'm trying to find which one is the nearest to our town. I know there's one in like PA, and then which is quite a road trip for us. And then there is, I think my friend at work, my coworker, told me there might be one down the Parkway or Turnpike, a little bit closer, I think. So yeah, we wanted to go for dinner, but even though we're going for dinner, we're usually like, we're breakfast for dinner people. We will go to like a diner and have breakfast for dinner. So, and everybody said the same thing. Oh, you can get breakfast all day. So that's interesting. That's really cool that they serve breakfast all day. I keep seeing they keep making commercials for Golden Corral now. They're really advertising. They're having like some deal. So yeah, we gotta go. We definitely gotta take a road trip and go. That would be fun. And then also during the summer, we're going to plan to go to the state fair. Every year they have a state fair at the Meadowlands. That's where our Giants Stadium, football Giants Stadium is. They have a really big state fair from like end of June to the 4th of July. And we always go because it's right around our anniversary. And we always make a date night out of it and have dinner there. And snacks on snacks on snacks. I can't help myself when I go to boardwalks and like carnivals and state fairs and stuff like that. And street fairs, festivals. Anything with food trucks and food vendors with regular food and sweets, I go nuts. It's what diet? There's no such a thing as a diet that day. Because when we go to the state fair, we usually eat shish kebabs for dinner with some French fries. And then for dessert, we have at least we have some fried Oreos, and we have some Zeppelis. Gotta love the Italian Zeppelis. If you guys have never tried a Zeppeli, next time you go to a festival or a street fair or wherever they have them, they're usually at an Italian vendor. Have some Zeppelis. Have them for me because they're so good. These little balls of fried dough with powdered sugar on them. Oh, they're so good. They're so stinking good. If you never had a fried Oreo, I mean, a fried Oreo is self-explanatory. They take an Oreo, dip it in batter, and then throw it in the deep fryer and fry it. And then so the Oreo gets soft, really soft in the middle and warm. And then you have this fried dough on the outside. And then they just coat it in tons of powdered sugar. Oh, it's so good. It's at least definitely a Jersey thing, fried Oreos. You can make fried Oreos at home. I have done that myself during the winter months when none of the beaches are open and I want something like a Jersey Shore treat. Yeah, I've made fried Oreos at home. You can do them at home. It's pretty simple. It's just so good. They're so good. And also at the state fair, they have, I swear to God, they have started, I mean, I don't know how it is at your beaches, if you live somewhere with beaches with boardwalks, with food vendors, or if you've been to state fairs or anything, but at least at our state fair, for the state fair and like the Jersey Shore boardwalk, they fry everything now. Fried Twinkies, fried Snickers, fried ice cream. They just they deep fry everything. And it's complete heaven. It is heaven. I can't get enough. I love it. I haven't tried the fried ice cream yet, so I can't speak to say if it's good or not, but why wouldn't it be good? And I haven't tried the fried Snickers. It sounds good though. And the fried Twinkie, I don't know. I love Twinkies. I love me a Twinkie, but I don't know how a fried Twinkie would taste. I've never tried it. Never tried it. Maybe this will be the year to try everything. That would be exciting. And then at the state fair, they also have a smoothie stand, fruit smoothies. So good. They do all different types of fruit smoothies, like frozen fruit smoothies. So entirely good. I mean, but the prices are outrageous. when me and Julio, actually not even me and Julio, I've been going to the fair longer than Julio's been taking me, because my parents used to take me and my sister when we were younger. It used to be like less than $10 to get into the fair at one point, like $7. And then if you wanted to upgrade your ticket for unlimited rides, then it would be more, you know, of course. Coffee, sorry. But now years have gone by, prices have gone up, and now to get into the state fair, it's an unlimited ticket. You get an all access ticket. You don't have a choice. You can't buy a general admission, which is really unfair because me and Julio don't ride the rides when we go. We just go to the state fair to pig out and look at all the stuff around us and go to the candy tent. I'll tell you about the candy tent in a minute. But yes, we just go to watch the attractions and just pig out on food. That's what we go to state fairs and boardwalks and stuff for. Where we don't really ride rides. We're really not into that. But yeah, so you can't get a general admission ticket anymore. You're forced to buy an unlimited ticket. And so for 2 tickets, for one for me and one for Julio, was like close to, I think it's like $80. Isn't that insane? $80, guys, just to get into the fair. That's not even, you know, covering your food, your drinks, your desserts. Nothing. That's just to ride rides and get into the fair. It's insane. I hope they don't raise the price again this year, because this is becoming a very expensive anniversary date. But yeah, what was I going to tell you about the fair? Oh, at the end of the night on our way out, there is what they have, a candy tent. And yes, it is what you are thinking. It is a tent with candy, and you start at the beginning. You get a basket, and then you walk and weave up and down the aisles, and everywhere you turn to your left and to your right, there are baskets and baskets and baskets full of old school, old-fashioned, and updated candy. Root beer barrels, satellite candies, the dots on the paper. You remember that? And you try to eat the dots and you always eat paper. If you remember that candy, you guys. Yeah, so they have all this old school candy on top of new stuff. I feel like I put one too many in here. This looks super tight. I don't know. It's not popping, so we're just going to leave it. Okay, so one last subsection before we get to the confetti. I'm going to do all the pink first, and then because there's confetti in the hand and in the bracelets, I'll do this last. Save the headache for last. Okay, so yes, the candy tent. So you go and the candy tent, let me tell you right now, the candy tent is so friggin' dangerous. It was dangerous years ago, and it's dangerous now in the future. It is dangerous. You get so excited to see candy from your childhood or current candy that you absolutely love, that you're just scooping handfuls into your shopping basket. And then you finally get to the end of the tent and they weigh it. Oh, yes. Oh, I just touched my canvas. They weigh your basket. That's how they charge you. And you just want to have a heart attack because before you know it, you've bought like 20, 30, 40, $50 worth of candy. It's so much fun though. It's so much fun. We really look forward to the candy tent on our way out when we're leaving. They have it every single year. It's definitely worth it. Especially if you have a sweet tooth like I do, you would love it. It's so much fun. But yeah, you guys. So, adventures with the fair, the state fair. Gotta love it. I just wish the price of admission wasn't so expensive. Because, you know, you got to figure, if I'm not spending $80 to get in, and maybe I'm only spending like $14 for 2 tickets to get in, then that's money that I can spend, you know, inside the fair on the vendors, you know. But the more money I have to pay to get in, the less money I'm spending on the vendors. I'm just saying, I'm a little bit of a cheapskate, as you guys know. So, I don't need it to be like a $300 date. I mean, it's already close to probably a $200 date by the time we leave there, by the time we eat and pay admission. It's nuts. But last year, let me tell you about this. Last year, they added a new vendor. They also have a couple shopping goodies that you can shop for. Which is also very fun. And last year they added a new tent. Let me take a sip of coffee. Guess what kind of tent it was, you guys? Guess. It was a Hello Kitty tent. Ooh, Hello Kitty. It was an entire Hello Kitty and Friends tent. If you guys remember, I don't know if I posted it on YouTube. I don't know if I even showed you guys on YouTube. I got this plushy fur bag. It's a cinnamon roll head. It's all made out of fur, and it's all white, and it has handles on it. It's a handbag. It's beautiful. It was like $35, $40 though. It was really pricey. Julio bought it for me as a gift for our anniversary when we went. And I told myself this year we go to the fair, which I am definitely planning on going to the fair. I'm going to make sure I have some money saved up because I'm definitely going back for more of those Hello Kitty. They have Hello Kitty purses like that, and they have they have a Kuromi purse. You know, I have to get a Kuromi purse. I love Kuromi too. So I'm definitely going to have to go back with my own stash of money this year. And I'm going to go shopping in that damn tent. I'm going for it. I am definitely going for it, you guys. There's no talking me out of it. So yes, the excitements of a state fair during the summer. Do you guys have state fairs or church carnivals or anything where you live? Do you get to go to do you like going to stuff like that with your friends and family? Or do you just kind of skip out on that? It's just not your deal? I'm a kid at heart, so I will always love me a good church carnival, a state fair, an amusement park. I love all that stuff. But since I am more of a foodie than a person that rides, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to these events for the food. 1 year with my ex-husband, yes, I used to be married. With my ex-husband, we went 1 year to a winery in New Egypt, New Jersey, and they had a food truck festival. Let me tell you how fun that was. I mean, it's exactly what I say it is. It's you're on this winery. Okay, they have a bar inside. You can buy a bottle of wine and a bucket of ice and your glasses and stuff, and you carry it around the food truck festival. Isn't that cool? And there's just there are food trucks everywhere on the property, everywhere. It's really, really, really fun. You gotta show up hungry. I would skip breakfast. If you're going to go to a food truck festival anywhere where you live, if there's a food truck festival, skip breakfast and go for lunch. Go for lunch, because you won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed. I love me a good food truck. I've had some of the best food I've had in my life has come from a food truck. I don't have any of you tried food trucks before. Let me tell you, the food trucks that they have there, they have brisket burgers, like sliders. They have a salad truck where they make you a salad. You pick out the salad you want, and then they shake it up with the dressing, and then they put it in a little travel cup for you with your fork, and you could be on your way. It is really, really, really cool. They also have, don't get me started on this one. They have a grilled cheese and tomato soup truck. You guys. Huge. They make these huge grilled cheese sandwiches, these big squares, right? And then you get your little, you pick your little cup of tomato soup. Forgot what I was saying. And of course, I mean, what else do you do but dip it? You dip it in the soup. So good. Sorry for making you guys hungry today. Go get yourself a snack. Yeah. Oh, it was so good. The grilled cheese truck was one of my favorite. My second favorite truck. Can you guess what it is? Can you guess what kind of truck it is? I'll tell you. It was a gourmet cupcake truck. Yes, you heard me right. A gourmet cupcake truck. Yes, subsection finished. Now we can go and do the confetti, you guys. Yes, they had all types of flavor cupcakes with fillings inside and frosting on the outside, flavor frosting on the outside. Oh my God. It was so good. I get so excited thinking about it. I'm so excited thinking about a cupcake. Can you tell I'm a plus size chick? I love my food, damn it. I love my food. Okay, so we're gonna do it this way because I want to put my hand down. We're gonna just divide it in half like that, and we're gonna work in another subsection. Yeah. Oh, food truck festival was so much fun. I wasn't doing well with myself personally then. I was kind of in and out of drug addiction at that moment. I was in between getting better or not getting better at the time we went. So, I mean, I had a good time, but I wasn't full, like 100% well. So it could have been a way better time if I was clean then, you know what I'm saying? Of course. So they have the food truck festival every year. So I figured maybe one year, maybe it could be this year. I'm looking for things to do for the summer. Me and Julio can go to the food truck festival together this summer. That would be really exciting. Everything that I tried to do in my addiction and failed miserably at it because I wasn't physically well, I wasn't mentally well. It kind of just put a damper and ruined a good time. I ruined a lot of good times, you guys. But now I'm trying to make up for lost time by doing a lot of the stuff that I tried to do then that I didn't really succeed at, and I'm trying to do now. One of them, which I did a couple years ago with Julio, I wanted to go back to Disney. I was never able to afford Disney on an addiction, of course, for obvious reasons, because where's all my money going to? But I finally got clean, and I met Julio, and we were able to plan a Disney trip a couple years ago. So much fun, you guys. I don't know if any of you have been to Disney World or Disneyland. It's all basically the same thing. I don't think anything is ever going to top Disney World in Orlando, Florida, but you can come close to it in probably Disneyland in California. It's probably just as good. It's probably just as good. But yeah, it was, how should I put it? How should I put how the trip was? It was a magical trip. I mean, how else would you describe a Disney trip? It was magical. Us as a couple, I mean, we've had our fair share of problems. But we had a wonderful time together on this trip. It was the best time ever. I couldn't have asked for a better time. Granted, we did get rain a couple of the days, and we got caught out walking in the rain. But even then, it wasn't even bad. It wasn't even bad. You couldn't be mad about it. You're in friggin' Disney World. You're in Disney World. It was just wonderful. And yes, if you're gonna come at me and say, oh, but you don't go on rides. No, in Disney World, we ride the rides. They're a little less scary in Disney, should I say. They have their thrill rides, and we just kind of skip out on a lot of those. But we go on most of the majority of the rides in Disney. We love the rides in Disney. We can handle those. They're fun. They're rides that I would be able to bring his young son on if we took him. So yeah, you guys, so much fun. So much friggin' fun. I love Disney. And when we went to Disney the year that we went during what else? The food festival. We went during the food festival. Go figure. No, we didn't plan it that way. It just so happened to plan out that way that when we picked our dates, it was during the food festival. Oh, and that was fun. That was really cool too. They had the food festival at Epcot. So, we went to all the parks. And that, in its own, that was just so much fun. And, you get to drink alcohol in the parks. It's a really different experience. We were like bar hopping, and just go without your kids. If you got kids, you got to go on one Disney trip without your damn kids, because it's different when there are no children, and you have the freedom to do what you want without having a kid, the baggage of a kid hanging around. That's why I told Julio, I said, yes, I want to bring your son to Disney. I want him to have a Disney trip as a kid, but I would like to have my own Disney trip without him. At least just once in my life. I like the freedom without having to go without strollers, and having to go to the bathroom every so often, and nitpick. Oh, his son is so nitpicky with food. Just without all of that baggage. We will bring him. One year we will bring him when he gets much older and he can endure all the walking. That's the other thing. I don't want to say you gotta be in shape, but like Start walking, practicing walking a lot, because all you do in Disney is walk, 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 walk. Walking in the hotel, walking to get all over the parks, walking to get food, walking everywhere, walking. I walked so many steps when I was away. I got a lot of exercise. I don't think I gained any weight while I was on that trip. Okay, how does that happen? But it's true. I didn't gain anything while I was away at Disney because I was just walking off the calories. And we went in September, okay, thinking that it would be cooler, because I mean Florida's hot, but it wasn't. It was the surface of the sun in September. It was so hot and humid, and when it would rain, it would get so sticky outside. That's the only thing we didn't like about the trip, that it was so hot. We said next time we go to Disney, we will probably go during the winter time, where it's less hot, more cooler. So, can you see me? Can you see me? So yeah, basically this section right here is like checkerboarding. I don't normally checkerboard, but I mean it's already kind of on the drill field. And now that I'm being forced to checkerboard, I have to say to myself, why do some of you do this willingly? This is annoying. Why do some of you checkerboard willingly? This is crazy. Let me reload my pen tip. Never will I ever just checkerboard for shits and giggles. No. I will never do this. I understand. I mean, I've heard that it helps keep your drills straight, but we're talking to me here. I don't care about keeping my drills straight. So, checkerboarding is definitely out. Unless they put it on the drill field that way, I won't. You will never catch me checkerboarding on my goddamn canvas. Who's got time for all this? You could be multi-placing and getting it done way quicker. This is insanity. And see, what sucks is I'm doing all this work checkerboarding this dark pink. Then I gotta go back and do all the light pink. Oh, it's god awful. This is awful. So I hoped you guys enjoyed hearing about my food obsession and state fairs and stuff that I like to do during the summer. I think it was a little bit something different to talk about, and I wasn't ranting for a change. Yeah, so I don't necessarily like the excessive heat. I like low 80s, high 70s, low 80s. That would be a perfect summer for me. When it hits the 90s and the hundreds, you're doing too much. It's doing too much. It's too hot. And, you know, your air conditioners inside your house don't work as good when it's those temperatures. So then you're hot in your house, out of all places. The place that you go to get cool, you're hot. Sucks. So, yeah, I don't like really hot temperatures. I don't want my air conditioner to overwork itself. That's horrible. And it's horrible for my pets. They can't tolerate any temperature over between 70 and 72 degrees. They're having a good old time now. They like, we have the windows open and they're flourishing in this weather. But once it gets to be summer, I have to have, that air conditioner cannot come off for a second. Has to be on all the time. And even when I go on vacation, you know, when you go on vacation, you shut off your air conditioners so they're not running. But no, for when I go on vacation to Wildwood this August with Julio, I'm gonna have to leave the air conditioner. I'm gonna have to turn it up to a certain temperature and leave it on, because the ferrets, oh, they do not do good in hot temperatures at all. They get very lethargic, and I feel bad for them. Their little bodies, they just can't deal with it. So, and I don't want to put fans on the floor, because they are very mischievous little creatures, and I can see a tail or a paw or a whisker getting caught up in the fan. That's all I would need. That's all I need. I just don't trust that situation. So it's got to be a wall air conditioner so they don't mess with it. Yeah, I love my little critters. One of you asked me how my fur babies are doing. My fur babies are doing okay. They're doing well. They are very well adjusted to their new room at Grandma's house. They're doing well. They're doing very well. I don't know if maybe I told you this in another video, but for some reason, when we were at the apartment that we lost, they were destroying that place. Absolute destroying that place. I mean, they destroyed it to the point where we tried to repair and fix it when we moved out so we can get a security deposit back. We lost a security deposit, you guys. We didn't get our security deposit back because the ferrets really did a number on that apartment. But whatever they did there, they are not doing here. It's very weird. I don't want to jinx the situation and then they start ruining this room, but they are not being destructive here at Grandma's house. They're being very well behaved. Granted, we have a couple accidents, but they're easy to clean and easy to fix. No real problems. It's crazy. I don't understand it. I don't want to jinx the situation though, because they're being so good that they are a dream to have right now. I mean, at the apartment, I was questioning if we should keep the ferrets because they were just so destructive. And I didn't know why. Okay, let's put this one back. And I think we need number 18. Yeah, number 18, the slanted line number, DMC code 604, another pink. Let me show you. Light pink. And we're going to finish the checkerboarding. That was a nightmare. But yes, Ashton, well, Ash, we call him Ashton. He, for some reason, every summer, he loses all the hair on his tail, and he has a rat tail for the summer. And then come fall and winter, his tail grows in really fluffy, and he has the fluffiest tail ever, and it looks nice and full. And then by the end of winter, like right now, he has a very sparse looking tail. It's getting ready to go bald for the summer. I feel really bad for him. I don't know why this is happening to him. No, I don't think he has what Bear had, you know, my cancer ferret. My cancer ferret lost all his hair, but that's because he had adrenal disease, and he not only lost hair on his tail, he lost hair all over his body, and that's not the same situation. Ash's tail hair is growing back every winter. So I don't think he has a medical issue. It's just very weird. And his sister, Willow, my female, who's also a white ferret, her tail gets pretty sparse and bald during the summer months, and then it grows in nice and fluffy and thick for the winter. It's very odd. It only happens to my white ferrets. It doesn't happen to my brown ones. My brown ones don't have a problem with fur. They're just very thick and luscious, their fur. So it's just very odd. I've never heard or seen anything. I've heard in the ferret communities on Facebook that happening to some other owners, and they all say, "Oh, but the fur grows back." So, and it's a medical issue when the fur does not grow back, and then they continue to lose hair on the rest of their body. That's when you should really be concerned. So it's just his tail. It's like the tip to the middle, and that's about it. So no, I don't think it's a cause to go to the vet. Thank God, because if I bring Ash and Willow to the vet, it's $256 each for the first visit. And if they have to go on medication, that's more money. If they needed injections, that's like $120, $133 every 3 weeks. I'm not really prepared to do that whole spiel again. That was crazy. Even though they are getting up there in age, the rest of my fur babies, the 4 I have left, are all about the same age now. They're all around 3. When they hit about 4.5, 5, they're pretty much considered seniors at that age. It's really sad to think about when you really think about it. You pick them up from the pet store and they're a couple months to a year and they're babies. Then 2 and 3, they're like toddler teenagers, almost adult, pretty much adult. And then 4.5, 5, 6 and up, they're seniors, and then death. Like you don't get a lot of time with them. It's really, really sad. That's why I had kind of made the decision after my ferret passed away from cancer last year, that I'm most likely not getting any more new babies. I'm just going to enjoy the ones I have left, and that's going to be it, because I don't think I have it in me to keep going through this heartbreak with such a short lifespan. It's heartbreaking. It really, really is. You only get so many years with them, and then they go. It's just kills me. It's not like a cat where you get them for 20 years. Even a friggin' chinchilla can live up to, I think, 20 to 26 years. Ferrets just, they don't live that long. And it's sad for the ferret too. I gotta remember to do their paw prints. I bought the stuff. I have most of the stuff. I have to get picture frames and nice paper from the art store, so I can do their paw prints, because I would really like to have that before they skip out on me. So, woo. I think this is gonna look good, the checkerboarding. It's gonna look pretty. It's gonna blend really pretty. I have no doubt about that. It's just like, how necessary was this? What else can I say? I gotta go to work tomorrow on my day off. Not happy about that. I really don't want to go to work. But on Sundays, you know, I'll be honest, I make about, on a weekday, about 15 and some change an hour at the bakery. And on Sundays, I make about $22 an hour, which is why my grandmother has been pushing me to go back to working Sundays at least every other Sunday. She goes, "You make too much money not to do it." I said, "I understand that, but I'm really enjoying having Saturday and Sunday off from my jobs. I really don't want to be there. I'm at a point where I am despising being in the bakery. I don't like being there anymore. Do I hate cake decorating? I don't, but I'm doing it so much and so often that I'm starting to resent it. Like, I don't like having to do it constantly. You know, once or twice a week, decorate a bunch of stuff for the bakery to sell. But like every single day that I come in there, I can't stand it. I really can't stand it. You know, my boss he's the other cake decorator. And he does hardly any decorating. I don't even know what he does with his time when he's in there for 8 hours. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I don't know what he's wasting his time doing, that he is not helping with the load, you know, of decorating so much crap. Let me just readjust this. But it agitates me. My grandmother wants me to go back to working full-time in the bakery. I can't fathom being there for part-time hours. I work part-time there. I only work 4 hours a day there when I go there. And 4 hours seems like a bit much. And you want me to work an 8-hour day there? I don't really think so. And, you know, I don't necessarily want to quit because I have my pension tied up there. If you get what I'm saying. And my 401k. You know, I'm not many, if any, part-time jobs offer pensions for a part-timer. Or not a lot of jobs offer pensions at all anymore. So, you know, I'm not good at saving on my own. I've been saving a little bit. I've been doing okay with saving. And, I mean, I still spend, but I'm not overspending. I'm still saving a little bit of money in my bank account. But, as far as saving for retirement, I'm not really good at that. I'm not really good. Maybe I'll get better as the years go on, but I mean, I'm pretty much counting on my pension and my 401k to be saved for me. So it takes the guesswork out of it. So I really don't want to leave a pension behind, or the opportunity to put money into a pension for my retirement. So I really don't want to go anywhere. The only difference is if for part-time and full-time, if I was a full-timer, they are putting $100 a month into my pension account. As a part-timer, they're only putting $50 a month. So I'm making about half. But that's why I opened up the 401k, so I could be putting money into that too. so I have a backup. And also, now that I'm working crossing guard, when I reach earning $5,000, then they will start up my pension with them through the police station. So that's another pension. You get what I'm saying here? I'm setting up I'm setting up my old age. I don't really want to have to struggle in my old age to pay for cost of living and my bills. I really don't. Because my plan, why do I have to reload this so quick? This usually lasts a little bit longer. Jesus Christ. Because my plan, because I have a plan here, okay? I want to work till the retirement age at the bakery and retire at my retirement age at the bakery. And then I want to work a couple more years as a crossing guard, just as the crossing guard. Because that is very easy work. It's a no-brainer job. It's only an hour and a half in the morning, hour and a half at night, in the afternoon. You know, I can still be making paychecks, you know, spending money, if you will. So, yeah, that's my plan. That's my plan. Is it a good plan? I hope so. I hope that's going to work for me. I mean, my dream was once I retired and I can sit home and diamond paint and crochet all goddamn day, all week, all month. But, it's not really realistic. I mean, even my grandmother, she's 77. She retired like 2 or 3 years ago. And she was driving a shuttle bus for senior citizens. And she has a part-time job still doing the same thing, driving a bus for senior citizens. And you want to hear something funny? She's making more money doing this part-time job a day than she was at her full-time job she had with the county for like 30 something years. That's nuts. That's why she's on leave right now because of Grandpa, but she is planning on going back to work when he passes. She really doesn't want to give up that job. All right, is this crooked? I think this is crooked. Yes, this was completely crooked. We missed this whole gap in here. Yikes. Yeah, so, I mean, look, I mean, she worked for all these years and she ended up still going back to work. I really don't want to work in my retirement, but I also still want to be able to shop. I don't want to be on a fixed income. Yuck. Like, I know a lot of people when they retire are on a fixed income and can't really be doing any type of unnecessary spending. You know what I'm saying? How will I buy my diamond paintings? No, I'm joking. But I'm not joking. It's serious. How will I buy my diamond art gloves in my old age? Okay, so there's a couple of the other color that we did previously before this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 6 little blocks, so I'm just gonna leave it to the end. I'm gonna start the hand. I don't even know. We're like an hour and some change. I don't know. Maybe you guys will sit for this. Maybe you won't. If you don't sit for it, you don't sit for it. I think I'll do a couple colors and then I'll end it. Okay. So we're going to just start what's on the edge, which is on number 8. I'm a little, the colors for her skin, I'm questioning them. I am questioning them quite a bit. Okay, this is some of the color on her skin. She is not a black girl. She is a white girl. This is what I expected to find on my chocolate beauties. I really don't get the colors that they picked to put on her skin at all. I'm just a tad bit confused. Really screwing up here. This color is like an outline. But even so, I don't get it. I'm going to trust the Diamond Art Club process because very rarely, I mean, the last 3 paintings I did of Diamond Art Club, one was a white girl, one was a black girl, and one was a blue fairy. I mean, the blue fairy, I mean, she's blue. I mean, but it looks great, her skin, for blue. The black girl looks really, really good. Skin tone looks really, really great. And the white girl, the Camilla painting that I did, she looks good, but I mean, she looks white. I mean, I'm looking at her right now. She looks white. She has a couple peach tones in there, but it looks good. It suits her. But in this picture, I mean, I'm going to have to look. Maybe I'll get the sticker. Maybe I should look at it again because maybe I'm confused. But I could have sworn she was like a pasty white girl. Let's finish up the 8. Okay. Oh, there's some here. Okay. Let's get this. Let me see if I can find the sticker because I'm just a tad bit confused. Okay, you guys. So I guess she's more of like a tan white girl. Like all up here where her eyes is really super brown. You see that? Look at that. Does that look like this? I mean, even her hand. I mean, she's got a little brown tones in the elbow, in the cleavage. Maybe under the neck a little bit, the shadowing. But does that necessarily look like this dark? This is very dark. You can see my cause for concern. But I'm going to trust the process. Next one is stars hashtags. I'm just a little, because every color I pull out is, I mean, this one's a little bit more, let's open it. That's a little bit more skin tone for her. But this one, I don't know. We're going to just trust the process. This isn't like, this isn't like a budget-friendly kit. So, honestly, I shouldn't be worrying about skin tone on an expensive kit like this. Took out the star. Okay, making sure I'm doing the right color. God forbid. yeah, I mean, this is a premium canvas from a really prestigious company. I would expect them to have skin down really good, doing skin color. Let's just trust the let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm going to trust the process, but you can see where my concern is. Yes, I mean, look, let's turn off the light. That's just with the flash on. It doesn't look as bad because, you know, behind it was the light box. Doesn't look as bad now, but it's still pretty dark. And that's how our hand is looking. Let's turn this back on. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, I just don't know. Some of these areas I could be, I don't know why I'm not multi-placing them. Why am I making life so difficult? Let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, I mean, what I want to work on after this canvas. I have so many in my collection now. It was so hard to pick this time what I wanted to do. I'm really digging the squares. So I don't know if I want to do another square or give it a break and work on some rounds. Give my hand a break maybe. That's not a good drill. Yeah, I don't, because I have that Dreamer's design called the Grand Illusion, I think it's called. And it's a square, and I think it may be like wider than this one, but just as long. I think it's bigger than this. And I really have been meaning to work on a Dreamer's design. I have them in my collection. I also do have another square Dreamer. And it's a little bit of a smaller canvas. An Alice in Wonderland one. I just don't know. It was so cute. Julio was trying to help me figure out a spot to pick to put Rainbow Punk when she is completed. He goes, oh, maybe over there, or maybe over there. It was really cute. Because he was getting so excited. He's like, oh my God, it's such a big canvas. He was getting so excited for me to hang it up. Normally, he could care less what I'm doing when it comes down to the diamond paintings. I think T was the one that asked me, like, does he, like, how does he feel, you know, with me hanging up all these female portraits and all these all these diamond paintings that I'm doing. And he doesn't really care. He doesn't really care. We do share a wall on top of our bed, and unfortunately my ladies have really, you know, the whole plan in the beginning with our bedroom was that, hold on, let me just find the color I'm looking for because I'm getting confused here. Where is it? Where is it? And this one. Half the wall would be his for diamond paintings that I make for him, and half the wall would be mine for diamond paintings I made. Well, I've already managed to fill up my side. And my side is leaking over into his side of the wall. It's already it's like mid pillow. It's in the middle of where his pillow sits in his bed. So he says, enough's enough. He's like, you already filled up your side, and he's like, and now you're spilling over to my side. He's like, you got to make some diamond paintings to put on my side for me, because this is my side of the wall. It was cute. I was like, I'm sorry. I said, I can't help it. I said, it's the wall ladies. They're going to just go wherever. But yeah. So that's why I decided to make the Joker one for him, but I had to stop because the confetti was driving me crazy. So, but I definitely got to finish Joker for him. Maybe I can work on it in between the next canvas I work on. But yeah, but it was really cute with Rainbow Punk. He goes, oh, it's so large. Maybe we could put it on that wall, or maybe that wall. I said, and I jokingly told him, I said, well, you have a nice size wall on your side of the bed. How about over there? He says, you have to be kidding me. So I did buy him a, oh, maybe I could do the Rick and Morty next. I did buy him a Rick and Morty, Diamond Art Club that I was going to make for him. Maybe I can do that one next. Stop effing around and get a painting completed for him. That one I think would be really easy. I think it's a lot of color blocking. And you know damn well I get color blocking done pretty quick. So yeah. Okay, we're almost done with this hand. So I thought I was only going to do a couple and then close out the video, but I think I might be able to finish this and then close it out. So 3 dots, an arrow, and a U-turn. See, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, when I talk about my symbols, I kind of name them. So 3 dots, an arrow, and this green one, a U-turn. That's how I classify them when I am looking for them. So 3 dots, an arrow, and a U-turn. 3 dots, and a U-turn. Well, don't you think that's a U-turn? That's a U-turn. Ooh, it's a fairy dust. See the glitter? Pretty, pretty, pretty. I didn't even put enough on here for them to line up so I can multi-place it. So it's not that many. So I'm just going to single place them because it's not a lot of diamonds. Arrow. These colors, I have to say, are very, these rainbow colors, they're very vibrant. They're really, really beautiful. I'm very impressed. Cat, if you're watching this, Diamond Painting Bewitched Cat, if you happen to watch this video, when you get a chance, you are going to be receiving a lot of square drills from me. Diamond Art Club square drills, because I have the kitted up drills from the Rainbow Fox that I did for your event. So I still have to kit those down. And we're going to have 60 colors from Rainbow Punk when I finish her. So yeah, I'm going to be mailing you quite a few drills, my friend. I know you wanted, you told me if I had Diamond Art Club drills, don't throw them away, send them to you. Yeah, I'll happily send them to you. It's just, it's going to take some time to bag them up and label them for you. Maybe I'll work on the fox kit up, the kit down, sometime today. I'll take a break and start working on them. Yeah, there's a lot of skin tones in these kits. You'll be very happy to get that, and a lot of rainbow colors in both these kits because they were rainbow kits. So you'll pretty much have a nice a nice, what's the word I'm looking for? Selection of color. 39, 33, 59. Number 3, a K and 2 dots. Number 2 dots, K. Number 3. And we have these ends left, so we'll just take out the end. Ooh, one of them is an AB. She's going to have ABs on her bracelet. Okay, there's only one color, one square of this purple right here. So I just take it. Sometimes I do this. I don't bother to even, there's not that many colors. This is an AB. So I just take it right from the box. Sorry if you can't see, I'm blocking the way. Okay. Ooh, the yellows and the oranges in this kit are really, really stunning. Okay, so, oh, we missed one for the hand. Here we go, right here. Oh, and I missed another color. Whoops. And popping. Well, clicking into place, more like it. Okay, so this corner with a dot, where is it? I missed that. Okay, so you guys, we completed a square together. Yay. So our hand is done. I'll turn off the light so you can see it. The light box. That's what we're looking at. I guess her hand doesn't look that bad. It doesn't, you know, looks like a white girl hand. But yeah, it looks good. It looks really, really good. I'm really happy with it. She looks fantastic. I think there's a drill out of place here, but I'm just going to leave it because I've had it. I'm going to go to this square next. This is some of her face, some of her shoulders, some of her necklace and her neck, and some of her hair, the rest of her bracelets, and some of the background. I'm going to do that next, but I'm doing that off camera, of course. So you guys, I've kept you long enough, about an hour and some change. So if you really stuck in there, thank you for sticking in and watching my video to its entirety. Really, really appreciate you. If you are enjoying these whipping chats, progress videos, hauls, anything with yarn, or diamond paintings, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video to your friends. Really, really appreciate it, you guys. There may be another whipping chat for her since she's so large. I may be able to squeeze in another whipping chat since it's such a big canvas. Eventually, maybe in a couple days. We'll see how much I have to talk about. I may be running things out of top to talk about. So maybe I'll look up a list of questions next time on the internet. And I'll answer questions, maybe. I'll do a little Q&A. But without further ado, I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.